We have to activate more conservatives to make sure they understand. I will tell you this, we are going to change it. We have to change how we do business as conservatives. If you look at the unicameral, 39 out of the 49 seats should be won by conservatives year in and year out. Why? People don't like the game plan. We have to make sure that we're getting more people on the team. South Omaha, the Latino community, we have over 300,000 Latinos in our community, and there's nobody going and saying, hey, Latino community, guess what? They're about faith. They're about family. They're about hard work. They believe in the American dream. They don't like government. Who's that sound like? We need to grow our team, and then we just need to encourage people that step up and encourage everybody to run. We need great people running. And maybe can I talk about property tax just for 2 minutes? Our tax increase is property taxes. It's not anything else. We can't be duped by the special interest groups. Everywhere I go, we have to fix property taxes. The property taxes are so out of whack. So here's the statistic. Please get a pen out, and if you think Pillen's smoking something goofy, please get it out. This is amazing. 1867 to 1985. It took 118 years for Nebraska to reach $1 billion in property taxes. 118 years. It took 18 years after 1985 to get to $2 billion. 18. Then it took 8 years to get to $3 billion. Then it took 6 years to get to $4 billion, and then it took 5 years to get to $5 billion. It's going to take 3 years if we don't do anything. It's going to take 3 years to get to $6 billion. 3. First 365 days I've been your governor, property taxes were $300 million. So if we don't come together and get this fixed, we're soon on the course where it, as your governor, it'll be $1 million a day of property taxes. $1 million a day. Is that a tax increase? So we're working very, very hard. We have to come together to be able to solve the problem. And I'll just really, I believe if we understand how this happened, that we can get it figured out. I believe what really stimulated this to go, if you look at the data from 18 years, started a big proponent of it was 07. January 2 of 07 is when President Bush gave the State of the Union address, and that was the night that renewable fuels policy was enacted. Renewable fuels policy increased corn demand by 33% in the United States. Increase of 5 billion bushels. And there's no place in the world that benefited more than the state of Nebraska. We started irrigating more marginal land that, as I say, couldn't raise a mama cow on 20 acres. We can raise 220 bushel corn on it with using our water. Ethanol industry, we were the #2 supplier. And then our cattle industry, we increased cattle feedlot production by 50%. We are now the #1 feeder of cattle in the United States and in the world. What happened? Our land went from $1,250 an acre to $12,000 almost overnight. The economy ran really well. During the Biden administration, during Obama era, everybody remember what happened then? We went through this thing called a recession. Hardly touched us in Nebraska because our economy just drove right through it. But we had one mistake. We spent a lot of money. We went through a 10-year period of time of deflation. Deflation for almost 10 years, and yet every form of government kept spending money, 5% and 6%. When Helen and I got on the Board of Regents, self-appointed 5% budget increases every year. So what the heck? 5%. The president at that time said, I'm not a spender. I cut in my 10 years $73 million of expenses. It wasn't expenses, it was from budget, from self-appointed 5% increased budgets. We have to fix this tax shift, and we have to fix it